That's right. And just today, I saw in the media that this is an interesting part for me for the channel by itself. So I saw in the media that terrorist attacks in Tel Aviv. So just the other day, Israel bombed a school, killed like 100 people, several children, civilians. Well, perhaps yes, perhaps some Hamas guys over there that were there. Perhaps no confirmation, as I believe. But yeah, just bombed a school. And today they talk about a terror attack in Tel Aviv from.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was the Houthis, which by the way would be extremely interesting. Yeah, the other day we saw that the Houthis were able to shot a drone inside Tel Aviv. Sorry, uh, and so where are the defenses? And then we saw this kind of double standards on the news. So this is a terror attack in Tel Aviv. So Israel is not at war against anyone, and they're just no. These people are terrorizing us. They're not. We are not killing people. But
Right.
let's try to get to the nuke. We had this conversation 2 weeks ago where there's this talk. I saw a lot of talks on the media and also by on Twitter accounts like Israel Cats and the other guy, I forgot his name, from Israel as well. Basically saying that we should pretty much starve these people or do whatever terrible things.
I mean, Smotrich.
Smotrich, yes.
That was Bezalel Smotrich said that.
Yeah.
About starving the Palestinians. Yeah.
So these guys are really pumping. Yeah, we had this discussion here with Leroy. Also, the geography of Iran is very hard. Iran's a huge country for those that are not used to open Google Maps and search for different countries. It's a huge country with a very complex geography. And Israel's, probably as big as Rio de Janeiro, where I'm from. And Rio de Janeiro is one of the smallest states of Brazil. It's probably as big as Tallahassee, which in our first met, I discovered it's the capital of Florida, not Disneyland.
Yeah.
So what do you think Israel is thinking about doing? Are they thinking of using a...
Yes, they're talking about using a nuclear bomb. But they're not thinking. Stop using thinking.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thinking implies a rational, logical process. This is not rational or logical. This is political. This is emotional. This is all caught up within religious theology, and as such, it's what's driving the driving process.
I don't want to bring this subject back, but at this point, we have to talk about it. So some months ago, we had that Pepe Escobar tweet that, people got crazy about. And now we have these talks. There was, I had some behind the scenes talks with other people that suggested that the idea at the time, not that it happened, but the idea at the time was to use a tactical nuke. One of those that you blow up on the sky and the EMP, burns all the circuits of the city, all that.
Yeah.
Do you think, because I have no idea how a country or a world would be able to see if that happened and to report, and if it would report if something like that happened. And I'm not saying it happened before. I'm saying that perhaps they're thinking about something like that. How can we understand that it happened or not?
Well, there are lots of various countries: United States, China, Russia. Uh, they have sensors that can detect what's going on in the air. So, there's a surge, an increase in radioactive measurements. So that's impossible. But I think this Israel's initially going to be tempted to use a nuke or more than one, but again, they're going to be entering a realm of uncertainty. Iran, if the air defense systems from Russia work as advertised and effectively shoot down these Israeli ballistic missiles, which are carrying a nuclear warhead, that's going to be a game changer. That's going to be because then all of a sudden, Israel's threat to use it is not as powerful, not as potent.
Mhm. That's true. One another thing that I would like to understand is that, well, we have these movies, like Terminator, that you see the bright light and everything disappears and all that.
Yeah.
But Japan is not a huge country, and he got like two bombs, and survived as a country. How much people fear this happening actually in the United States?
Well, nobody. I mean, I think the general assumption in the United States is we're safe. That it's not an immediate threat, and that's one of the things that could change very rapidly, depending on how events go. The fact that the United States, through NATO, and helped the Ukrainians invade Russia, has now made the United States a target as well, a military target, a legitimate military target. I just don't think we realize how egregious that action was on our part, and that the Russians they're not going to forgive it any more than we would if Russia armed a Mexican army and sent the army across into San Antonio to take the Alamo back. We wouldn't put up with that for a minute. We'd view that as an act of war. So these we've got two of these hot button issues that are on hair trigger, both in Ukraine and in Israel Palestine, that can get out of hand very quickly if somebody does the wrong thing.
Yeah, Gonzalo always used to say that war has a life of its own, a dynamics of its own. Once there's no planning, and we can even remember Putin and who was Elvira Nabiulina speaking that when the SMO started, they had no idea what could happen. Everything could go
right,
boom, and in a snap of fingers.